So here's the new UFL game. They said it's gonna be, and the green in the corner is your money. What is the other? What is the other thing? I think you might be able to use that too. The brown or the skin, and then it says hold A to buy. But the thing is that they say what they say is well, it's free to play game. This is the beta of the game. It's a free to play game, but as you can see, it's like FIFA, I guess. And in these things right here, there are players probably or whatever skin. I don't. It doesn't say. Yeah, three player skins. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Does that mean like shirts maybe? So it's like one of those things where okay, but the thing about this game is that it's actually based on skill. So if you're the better player, you actually win. There's not gonna be any like, oh, you lost because of the game, how the game was programmed. I mean, that's kind of the wrong way to say it in a way, because in the game, you always have players who are like, if you're stronger than another player, and if you take a corner, you're probably gonna win that header. So the game is obviously programmed. The game is obviously programmed in that way. So if your player actually has an advantage, you're gonna win that way. But there's not gonna be any like, there's not gonna be scripts like in FIFA. So if you're the better player, you can win with worse players. You know, you can actually win with worse players. I don't know if they said, you'd figure that you because you can see those things right there in the corner here. What is that? Is that coin points? CPI coin points or whatever that is? You're probably going to be able to spend real money on it. And I mean that's up to each player, and that doesn't really matter because if the game is that the better player wins just based on skill, it doesn't really matter if you spend money or not. It's better than FIFA. But what they could do, is they could have these special cards that FIFA has. FIFA has special cards. They could have special cards where you buy them, and you're only able to use them for 3 matches, and then it's like a break. It's like, okay, now you're not able to use them for 5 matches. So you're able to use them for 3 and not able to use them for 5. So the game doesn't feel broken, like, because if you have two good players, if you have too good of a player, people are gonna stop playing. They're gonna lose money, right, or something. So the idea is, or you can buy, your entire team can be full of legends, or if they're gonna have legend cards, like FIFA does, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, finally there's competition to FIFA again. FIFA hasn't had. I mean, there's been Pro Evolution Soccer. There's been This Is Football. This Is Football has existed before. In the PS1 era and the PS2 era, there were some weird football games. There were some weird games. There existed more variety of football games back then. Then for example, in the PS3 era, there was what was the game called? I can't remember. Some football something. And but now, you might actually have some competition. Like as you can see here, it's like yeah, it's a legit game. You know, UFL whatever. Um, and yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the it's the yeah. I mean, if it's a good game, it's a good game, and that's what matters. And finally, it's a good game again. Like a lot of people say, there's been script in FIFA for a long time. I even read a guy said FIFA has had script since the beginning, and script sucks because script is like no matter how much you play the game, you're not gonna get better, and that's not how 99.9% of our games are. And if this game is like okay, the better player actually wins, that's gonna be fun to play. That's gonna be fun to play. Uh, it makes sense to think like okay, if you're worse at the game, it's like being bad at something. The better player is gonna be like they're gonna be more lenient because they're gonna give you a chance. So FIFA is like okay, let's think this way, and it kind of makes sense that way. But if it's like that all the time, random stuff happens all the time, which happens in FIFA, random stuff and stuff that's just kind of when you see all the script videos, all the rage videos in FIFA, it's like something is wrong with the game, and you just want a fair game where, okay, if you're actually better, you win. Um, Unless your player has, let's say, yeah, of course you have situations where if your player has fatigue, for example, if your player has fatigue and the other player has less fatigue, he's gonna catch up to you, and there's gonna be some rules in the game, which okay, it makes sense. But it's not gonna be like FIFA where it's so you can feel there's something wrong with the game, and it's cool that this game is. I hope we are people who've played FIFA before. Like, okay, you hope it's gonna be good because it's gonna be fun to play. Um, like FIFA used to be. Depend. It really depends. Like, yeah, has there been script in FIFA since the beginning? A guy said that. I don't know if there has been, but it felt like in the PS2 era, FIFA felt more okay. If you're better, you win. Although there was broken stuff in those games too. To be fair, like compared to like okay, but it's a video game. I mean, you can find things broken in any video game if you try hard enough. You can find things broken. Oh, it's broken. It's too overpowered and whatever. But I mean, you can see. Um, so yeah, it's like okay, all the cars are similar. But let's say it would be cool if they did like okay, let's say there's a color for goalkeepers, there's a color for this, all have different colors. So all these different positions have different colors. That'd be kind of cool if they did instead of gray or whatever the hell this. So like the special cards in FIFA have these different colors, special cards. So if they did something like okay, each position has a different color, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, this game is I don't know. Yeah, it's really cool that actually there's a rival to FIFA and Pro Evo. Because now they say Pro Evo is scripted too. So, but if this game is gonna be fair and the better player wins, then that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.